Oh, these are my confessions. I have some confessions, people. So I want to show um, my device here. I have a wave generator device, but I don't want to show my face right now because it's been a morning. It's been a very emotional morning for me. Um, but wow, just wow, like wow, you know, just on my grown woman shit, kind of sorta, you know. So anyway, so why I brought up even the generator, right? Because it's a frequency generator, and so I've been, I guess, sort of experimenting using it, and for some reason, uh, like there's one preset is 7 point something, right, which is low frequency, but it's supposed to be like the frequency of the earth itself, just to be more in tune with nature without actually being on the grass, not that I don't love being on the grass, but just, this device, it was reasonable. I kept seeing it. I got it. Plus, you can set it to all these other different frequencies too. So I've been playing around with other different frequencies. They even have some frequencies that claims to burst parasites. I don't know how accurate that is. I've only utilized that frequency maybe once, but for some reason last night, what I did, and this had to be the divine, it had to be the God in me that to do this. Um, and I guess I just wanted to. I didn't even know consciously, So here's the thing. You have to be um, at this level of awareness or beyond this level of awareness for even the words I'm saying to even make sense to you. Otherwise, you're going to be like, what the hell is she talking about? However, I'm giving keywords, frequency, energy. There are frequency generators. You can type that into Google if that's something that you want to know more about. You have questions, at this day and age, we can just go and research things quite easily and, see where our resources, where's the information coming from, compare, research, all of that good stuff. And I know that's probably just a thing nerdy people like me do. But if you want to know, you can find out. You don't have to assume you know anything because I don't. I know some things, but I'm still, and that's why even coming to do this particular broadcast because it's just like, whoa. Today is like, whoa. So anyway, I preset it, right? And it's preset right, it's on right now. It is set on 11:11. Now we know that that is supposed to be significant numerically, right? But it's not just significant numerically, it's also significant in frequency. Obviously. 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 Here's the thing my good brother Michael Beckwith always says about when you are doing your spiritual practices and you are, engaging your imaginations and the possibilities. He always says it's infinite possibilities, right? And it is. It is infinite possibilities. Um, and just reminding us that divinity is not something that's sitting in the sky outside of us, that it's something everywhere. It's everywhere. It's within us, it's everywhere, right? So sometimes well, I can speak from my experience. I'll do something without my conscious mind, like really putting a lot of thought into it. It was just like, okay, pressed it, boom, didn't even think no more about it. But the effects and then having seeing this video, because the divine is always like communicating with me literally all the freaking time, all the time. It's clear a lot of the time. Sometimes it's like my logic is attempting to decode it, like, okay, what's going on, and I'm having one of those logic moments right now where I'm trying to decode what the hell. But there's so much, like so much collective experiences that my logic is just like, oh, okay. Like, you know what? We ain't about to even have a debate here. We're just like, you know what, God, do you? Do you, divinity? Do you? Do you, divinity? I don't even know. All I know is my experiences. I know my experience. I put this frequency in. It's still going. I had a very interesting dream. Very interesting dream. And then I got up and the conversation continued. Even though I don't even remember all of the conversation in the dream, but I do remember certain parts in the dream. Like I'm in a classroom and, you know, uh, 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 I wasn't the teacher in the classroom. But the teacher that was in the classroom, I knew the teacher that was in the classroom. And I didn't even know this person was teaching, but they would make a great teacher. I mean, they do teach. I have seen them teach before. So anyway, I reach it's so ironic. Like everything is so I won't even want to say coincidental. It's just like all the numbers. Like first of all, who memorizes phone numbers anymore? Like who does that? Who does that? Like I memorized my own phone number. I don't even know my son's phone number by heart, Like, first of all, he's changed it so many freaking times. He makes it almost impossible. But I do remember my first phone number as a little girl in Marcy Projects. I do remember that number. And I do remember another number, the number of the person in the dream. Um, and And so I used it. I used it, people, and I'm laughing because I'm still. It's been. So I'm like, okay, I had a situation yesterday, and it's ironic because I literally just got off the phone with the store manager. They called me, and they're like, "Oh, how can we fix this? Oh, come back." I'm not coming back there. You crazy? You know how you people treated me? You think I'm gonna come back there? Oh, we could give you your money back. Wait, see, here we go. Hey, 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 hey. World, you didn't get the memo yet? Listen, money is a fantastic tool. And it's a tool that loves me, just like my pink drill. My pink drill is a fantastic tool. It loves me too. Okay? Because I treat it well and I treat it with respect, just like I treat money. I treat it well, I treat it with respect. That's why it loves me. I just respect it and treat it well. I acknowledge it as a great tool, nothing more, nothing less. A great fucking tool. So, hell no, I'm not about to go back out there, engage with all these other different energies, pay, because I freaking ended up taking a freaking Uber to the location, to the store. Then I went in the park, but then the time was getting close to my podcasting time. Plus, a friend reached out to me. She's going through real shit right now. I'm not saying my stuff is not real, but she's going through stuff with her actual baby. My business is symbolically my baby, but it's a business. Yes, it has its own energy and yada yada yada, but she's going through things with her baby that she carried in her stomach and she pushed out, and she has been loving for and nurturing and fighting for protecting for 14 years. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, our me and her friendship is growing and evolving to a point where I almost look at him as a nephew. Okay, and so yeah, that family stuff that takes more precedence over that store situation. Any like my business, it just does. A human life is just more important than a business than interactions with other humans. Like it just is. It just is. It just is. And it's probably just the mom in me, but that's what it is for me. And it's just what it is for me. So, I had to go and be there for her, and so I did, and so yeah, I did all of that yesterday after engaging with the store and their in these women who just was like so unempathetic, just so unempathetic. And now you're contacting me because corporate contacted you. No, let corporate contact me. I'm not coming back into your locations, man. Oh, can you explain to me what happened? Okay, this is what happened, sir. I paid for something. I had it printed initially at another location. Yes. The other location messed it up. I didn't go back to that other location because my thing is not to get into a conflict. My thing is for a solution. So I called the general number. They said I can go to any location. I called around to make sure locations had the proper paper for my brochures. And once I found one that did, I came to get my brochures. And whatever. We're not even gonna go into that shit. But this man just called me just now, talking about he's sorry and yada yada. That's their policy. They don't just throw it away. They go through a process. Now you want to bullshit me. You shred it. You tell me what you do with it. You're not gonna shred it. I got both what you call it. All right. I got the fucked up one and I got the right one. And I paid for both. I'm not doing business no more with you guys. Next time I gotta print something, I know, especially for my business, I know damn well not to print with you motherfuckers. Period. I'll go to Staples, I'll go somewhere else. But anyway, that's neither here or there. That's again a little teeny tiny thing. Let's get back to this day, how the day has unfolded. So I got up and I said my gratitudes, of course, acknowledging divinity. But I had to, like, I wanted to have a discussion, like, what's going on? Why you popping up in my you popping up on me, motherfucker? You got my god, call me, god damn it. Use the goddamn on device. I know it's whatever, but use this shit, motherfucker. Popping up in my goddamn on what you call it to this shit. Now here I am, just in a space that I just didn't think I was gonna revisit again. Number one, it was a space I left. I left this space of um of being so attached. That's not the right word. I left this space of amore. I left the space of amore, but then did I? Can you ever leave that space of amore? Amore is what you be, though. Yes, it is an energy. Yes, that in of itself is a frequency. So I guess if I am operating on that frequency, I'm going to attract things of that frequency to me. Makes sense. I mean, logically, it does make sense. However, I kind of just was like, not even, I mean, I made some comments and things because they have popped up randomly, but I've been resistive. I've been very resistive because I was just like, oh no. Like, I just remember my 30s. Like, how can I forget? I just hit 40. I've only been in my 40s for almost 3 years. I just got here, like the 30s are very prevalent in the whole decade, the entire decade, the entire decade. I would say it again, the entire decade, my whole 30s, the whole time, the whole time of my 30s. I was in love the whole time, the whole decade, the whole time. And I was, And I will take accountability. I will say that yes, I personally was traumatized in grief, heavy grief, heavy grief, the heaviest grief I've ever experienced. Um, and I had all of those personal things going on with me in the midst of me being in love. And so um, that fact in of itself, me being traumatized, me being in grief, I I, I guess I needed to grow and heal from those things, you know? So I have. And here I am now in my 40s, and it is it is reasonable to be open to that possibility again, because I did close myself to that possibility. With that particular individual, I closed it. I was like, oh, okay, a whole decade. Like, okay, evidently, 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 that was okay. My bad. Perhaps I even rationalize that perhaps because I was such grief and because I was so traumatized in my freaking 30s, perhaps, I mean, the trauma and the grief happened before my 30s. That was just the reality of my 30s, still processing those things and fighting, like just at war, basically. Um, and I rationalized in my 40s that the reason why I even was um, in amore, or the reason why I was in love in my 30s with that individual was because I was traumatized. And, because I was traumatized, maybe I didn't see things correctly, that was my rationalization. However, there were things I will never ever forget. I know I've spoken about this before on my channel, but I will never ever forget in my teens. And this, I don't know all of my gifts, people. I don't know. But I know dreams is definitely a way the divine communicates with me. And I remember um I remember the dream I had when I got warned. I remember the warning dream of my daughter's father, who became my husband for a bit of time, for about 6 years. Um, I remember the warning dream. I remember the warning dream, but I didn't know it was a warning dream. All I knew, it was very vivid, and I could see his face clearly. And I remember what he told me in the dream. And then I woke up and I was just like, what the fuck? And if I knew then what I knew now, I would have heeded the warning. However, I don't just get warning dreams. Some dreams are not warnings. Some dreams are like, um, I wouldn't say premonitions, but some dreams are like uh, affirmations. That ain't the right word. Some dreams are just giving me clarity, I guess. And I guess that major one that I would say was a warning was clarity too. It was like, this person is really like this. This is what they're presenting, but they're really like this. And so I've had a lot of clarity dreams with the person that came into my dreams yesterday. A lot. And even some with my mom. Even my mom after she's gone. So, and even Nikki. And before Nikki left, like before Nikki left the flesh, I had a dream with Nikki and the person, and I was just like, girl, hell no. I was like, I love you, girl, and it was a good dream. It was so good. Like it was a good dream. If I wasn't as stubborn as I was, there's no way I would have said hell no. Looking at it now, but I did. I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I need to decode this. What was there to decode? Like they were, again, clarity. It wasn't like me seeing images of people and shapes of people. No, I see your whole fucking face. Your whole face. Nikki's whole face. Nikki was with me. And I'm not going to go into the details of that one, but it was a lot of good stuff happening in that one. And then I woke up and I was just like, Nikki was still here. So it was, I didn't know how to take it. But then once Nikki left, and I'm still dealing with that grief. Um, I am, but I'm getting better with time because I know, it's me. It's my, I don't even want to say it's my selfishness, but that seems like the proper word to use. Like I want my friend to physically be here. Like, okay, I know she's here in the spirit. All right, woody woo woo. I feel you. I love you, and all that good stuff. But I want to feel you. Like, I want to hug you, girl. Like, we supposed to see each other. We supposed to go do comedy together. We supposed to do all this shit together. We making plans for September, and then you just decide to leave. You just decide to go, and I still don't even think she made that fucking decision to go. And that's the part that makes this grief a different grief than ever. This is the first grief that I feel like I have felt enraged. I didn't like the other griefs were just like hurtful. My mom, my daughter, those things were just hurted. This one was rage. This one was like, ooh, my shadow side, ooh, my shadow side wanted to come all the way outside. And I'm so glad that I'm balanced because that shadow side wanted to go to war. And I'm so glad that my ancestors and just, like, they didn't even let me get the address. They didn't even let me get the address. Like, when I tell you my ancestors cover me, probably she covered me. She was like, you are not about to go over there because you got stuff to do. But I definitely got in a fucking cab and rode the fuck up. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did go all the way to motherfucking Brooklyn and didn't have the fucking address. That was the rage I was in. That was the hurt. I was just like, oh, hell no. Something gonna be done. But then that's, when you enrage and you're angry, you don't really see clearly. So again, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was protected through all of that process, through my rage. Because I didn't even think about getting the address before I went over there. I didn't start looking for the address till I got over there. Like, and then I'm calling people like, "What's the motherfucking address?" They was like, "Uh, uh, 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 She was stopping that shit. She already knew. She already knew it's a car about to get in big trouble. And I couldn't even go to her services. I couldn't do it, man. I didn't have the strength. I was not gonna be right. I was not gonna be right. The calm, cool, collected me was not gonna be the me who showed the fuck up. It was 79 was gonna see me. And I was like, nope, I ain't 79. Y'all not about to see me. You're not about to see me unless we doing projects together, motherfuckers. Not. No, 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 no. 79 would have been way too happy. And I probably, I think the person in my dream probably would have popped up, or who knows? The person in my dream might have even been there. Who fucking knows? You know, they might have even fucking been there and prevented that and all of that good stuff. But I I just felt me, and I was just like, yeah, I know, yeah, I know me. I haven't had those moments in quite some time. But I remember them. I remember those moments growing up. Oh, I remember them. I remember them, baby. I remember them. I call them my Marcy moments, even though I had them a couple of times outside of Marcy. It was like, you know, war. It's like, it's a whole nother. It's weird. It's weird. I remember the last time I had a moment like that. The last time I had a moment where, I wouldn't say I lost it, but the I just was the shadow was there. The shadow was there. My shadow was just like, here I am. It was junior high, and I know that seems like a long time ago, but it was this girl that was bothering me and doing little passive aggressive shit. And, again, the Marcy, the Marcy. It ain't the Marcy, but it's kind of like the Marcy. I don't know what else to call it because that's where it was developed at fighting. All I remember is, like, meet me after school. And I guess she thought, because she was a little larger than me, in width. We was about the same height, but she was definitely larger than me in width. And she was like, "Oh, I can handle this little lanky girl here." Remember, I was IBTC back in the day, itty bitty titty committee. I had a little bit of hips and a little bit of booty, but that's about all I had. And all I remember is the circle, kid shit, people, the kids circling y'all like, oh, people edging and instigating and all this stuff. And all I remember was the first hit and the gym teacher pulling me off of her. That's all I remember. I remember that happened before too, in Harlem. In Harlem, when I first got to Harlem, and they was like, "Who this new girl?" And I was just like, "I'm just minding my business. What do you mean? Like shit. I don't go any motherfucking way. I don't bother no motherfucking body. Minding my business. I'm in the park minding my business, and these girls come in the park and want to bother motherfucking me. Like, why you want to fuck with somebody that's minding their business? And then when you start talking shit to them, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't trying to kiss your ass. That's a clear signal right there. Stop fucking with this motherfucker that's minding their business. Them girls did not stop fucking with me. They was like, shit, we got her outnumbered. You think you do? I didn't even know about ancestors at that point, but they knew about me, and they definitely was there. And so, you think you got me outnumbered? I don't think so. You may not see. You may not see these motherfuckers, but they there. And please don't disturb them. Just don't do it. Just no, don't do it. But those little girls kept on fucking with me on the goddamn swing and telling me to get off the swing, give it to them. Mind you, it wasn't a park full of people. It was an empty ass park. This Bradhurst Park, people. It was empty this motherfucking day. It was it's four swings on the big swing thing. It was three of them. So I'm looking like, wait a minute, there's enough swings for us all to swing. Like, why you? What the fuck is you talking about? Get off! I ain't getting off of nothing. If you don't get off, we gonna take you off. I don't think so. It's more of us. Yeah, but I'm not weak. And again, I still didn't know how many motherfuckers I had with me. Okay? You couldn't see them, but they were there. And Lord have mercy. She came to me. I got up. I fought all three of them and was winning. Y'all supposed to be jumping me. How I'm fighting all three of y'all? I think like how? Like how? Was my hands that quick? What the fuck? I don't even know. But I surely was. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to fuck home. And I'm walking down Bradhurst. I turn off. I hear Ruckus. Oh no, she fought my sister. She fought my sister. They had bigger ones. Those they were little. They were around my age, but they were little. They were smaller than me. They went and got their teenage. I was maybe 11. They went and got their teenager sisters. Uh-uh. And a whole group, boys and girls. Oh yeah, we about to go see her. And they all rushed the chick. And I had to make an executive decision. And I had Jerry Girl. I had Jerry Girl. Woo! I kept walking. And when I heard the motherfuckers get close, there was an abandoned building to my left, and there was a light pole to my right. I grabbed that motherfucking light pole because the abandoned building had a fucking ditch, like an open ass ditch right there. Where like if you walk close, you could fall down that bitch. It wasn't really a ditch, but it's hard to describe it. You have to be in Harlem to see how some of their buildings is built. There's like an opening between the sidewalk and the basement apartment, and where it goes down. Like now they got gates, and the building is not abandoned no more because it was on the block of my old building. 86 Briars was the first building I stayed in when I first moved to Harlem for a little bit. It was right next to the Kingdom Hall. But this the building that was on 145th, 44. No, it's going up. 6, 7. 147th at Bradhurst. If you from Harlem, you know the building I'm talking about. If you've been in Harlem for a while, you even know the ditch that I'm talking about. Even though it wasn't a ditch, it was a way to be damaged. And I said, I know these motherfuckers is not about to throw my ass down that bitch. So me and my Jerry curls, I grabbed onto that motherfucking light pole and I held the fuck on. And a black lady came out of 88. That was the building next to mine. She came out of 88 and saw them and she was like, hey, cut it out. Leave that girl alone. And they all scattered and shit. And she was like, come here, baby. Ooh, I was mad. Ooh, I was mad. I was mad. Because now it was like 20 of these motherfuckers. 3 I had. 20 of y'all bitches. It might have been more. But it was at least 20 of y'all. 20 of y'all motherfuckers coming for me. Boys and girls. 20 of y'all? For me? Ooh, I was mad. So they scattered. She called me in. I sat in her kitchen. Oh, I'm mad. Oh, I'm mad. My shirt is ripped and shit. I was IBTC, but I didn't want my IBTCs outside. They pulled my Jerry curls and shit. Ooh, I was mad. I was mad. But I had tucked, so they didn't get my face. They didn't scratch me up and nothing like that. I held that pole and I tucked. So they just got like, pulled and pulled. They just pulling on shit and hitting my back. Oh, fucking God. Reminiscing. Hooey. She was like, where you live at? I was like, next door. She was like, okay, what floor? What's your bell number? I told her my bell number. Lord, Lord, Lord. Ooh-wee. My birth mama. Ooh-wee. My birth mama came downstairs barefooted in her negligee. And she was not a small. That's how angry. So this is not this is not an independent trait. This is a family trait. This warrior shit. It's a family trait. It's a family trait. It's a family trait. She saw red and she came downstairs. I will never forget. And she was not a small lady. Okay, so she was like, they did what to who? Oh, we about to go find these motherfuckers. And all I remember, she didn't let me go upstairs, clean up, nothing. I was still, I was still in that pulled, torn shirt. And she was like, we about, because we were both angry. I was angry. She was angry. We about to go. We going. And then all I remember is us walking 2 blocks and she realized, I don't even got my shoes. The car, go back and get my shoes. And her picking up a bottle and her cracking the bottle open. She was like, this is if any of these motherfucking grown motherfuckers want to get in the middle of this shit. And they was just at the park just chilling, like, oh, la, la, la. And if y'all know Bradhurst Park, they got them little mountains and shit. Oh shit, going towards Edgecombe. Oh man, oh man. I go back to the house, get my mama's shoes. We walking down the block. They see us coming. They see us coming and they start taking the fuck off. They start taking the fuck off. And the one that was like, she did what to my sister? The teenage one. She couldn't get up the motherfucker quick enough. She was at the base of the shit. And here we are, we in the middle. We outside the playground. We in between the playground and the mountains. All the rest of everybody, the boys and the girls, and ran up to the top and scattered. She's at the base of the mountain and she's like, ma'am, I already now she got respect. Oh, now you got respect. Oh, so you do got some home training. You just wanted to act amok. Why? You was watching too many of those rap videos? This is what you thought it was about, huh? This is what you thought it was, huh? She like, ma'am, I already fought your daughter. My mother looked at me, looked at her. She said, no way you did this to my daughter by your motherfucking self. Get your ass down here. She was like, I already fought her, though. I already fought her. And I was just there, like standing like a whole little pit bull. My mother said one word, go get her, Takara. And she's like, no. I'm coming. She was just like in her head. I can imagine what she was fucking thinking in her head. She had been thinking like, damn, I shouldn't have bothered this motherfucking girl. I don't even know what happened. And now I'm about to take this ass whooping. Shit, fuck it. I'm gonna take one for the team. And then I blacked out again. Like my body was moving, but I don't know what it was doing. All I remember is again being pulled up off of a motherfucker. My mother was like, "I told you to beat up, not to kill her. Okay, now come on, let's go home. Don't y'all ever fuck with her again. Nobody ever fuck with me again after that. Nobody ever fucked me again after that. They would look. I'll look right back at them. And nobody said a goddamn on thing. And life continued to go on. And I brought that up because, again, that's just me acknowledging me. Remember, these are my confessions. That's me acknowledging me, and that's the reason why I chose not to go to Nikki's service because I just felt like that other part of me, yeah, it would have came outside, and that's not what I want to do. That's not how I'm gonna honor her. I'm gonna honor her. I'm gonna honor her by continuing to work on me. Continue going to my physical therapy, getting my legs together. I know it's taking time, but I'm seeing progress. I'm going to honor her launching this business, opening this business. I'm going to honor her by being open and receptive to what's best for me. And according to the recent dream that I just had, that 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 works, and it must work for us both. So, I'm gonna let it work. I ain't gonna stop it. I ain't gonna get in the way. I'm not gonna allow logic or ego to be like, girl, you was there, you was all in love for a whole decade. Now you go, no, it's a trap. I ain't gonna let my logic and ego do that because in reality, what's the purpose? What does your ego do? Your ego does have a purpose. Its purpose is to protect you, and I know it's trying to protect me. I know my ego wants to be protective, but I'm safe. I'm safe, and I have no clue of really all of what's going on, but I know to pay attention to the clues. And so I'm just going to be like, okay, all right. instead of nah, because I was like that for a good part of I want to say like a good year. I was or two. I was like hell no, if that motherfucker pop in my head, I'd be like mm-mm, nope, nope, no 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 no, because that decade was a lot. That decade was a lot. That decade made me feel like Miss Parker on fucking at going after the goddamn professor. You see how Miss Parker was going after the goddamn professor? That's how I felt for that whole decade. That whole fucking decade from 30 to 40. That's what it was. And I was just like, okay, I'm over it. Like, I'm so over it. It's got to be something else. It's infinite possibilities. Okay, show me other possibilities, because that right there, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? It has to be mutual, baby, for it to work. It has to be both. Like, we both are contributing to making something happen, not me. Just okay. Let me be supportive. Oh, let me show up. Let me go on this trip. Let me go on that trip. Let me show up for, appreciation day. Hey, like, nah. I did not go last year. I was like, I'm not going. I'm not about to go embarrass my daggone self. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Because he ain't going to say nothing. He going to say hi, and that's it. And look at me. But then now, I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I've been choosing to go within more and work and grow, even beyond the work that I did do, because I did start doing work in my later 30s. I started doing my own internal, intentional work. Like, okay, it's time to not carry this, not carry that, heal this, heal that. What's the ways I can do these things and just continue, and so I started that. And yeah, the work that I've done has made everything, and obviously myself, better, but as me being a better me, everything else has also become better in my life. Everything, all of my relationships, I know how to take a pause. I know how to walk away. I know how to set healthy boundaries. I know how to do those things. I had no clue how to do those things before. I was just didn't know. Nobody taught me those things. I had to learn those things and discover those things, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I didn't have uh healthy relationship behaviors modeled. I didn't have it modeled to me from my family. They're still not modeling it. They're still like, oh, you don't want to be a Jehovah Witness? Oh, we ain't talking to you. Like, I'm your only niece. Oh no, I got other nieces. You got great nieces. You got your nephew's children. I'm your sister's daughter. I'm your sister's only daughter, and so you don't want to talk to me because I don't want to practice the religion that you're practicing. Okay, that's not healthy. That's controlling and that's manipulative. And it's especially controlling and manipulative when you know, again, I'm her only daughter. So I'm your only niece. I don't have no siblings. It's not like, oh, oh, she's all right. She got her sister. She got her big brother. It's no. Literally, I'm the only niece, the only girl. And these are how my aunts. We even get into the misogyny of my uncles. This is how, and of my uncle, the one that's left here. We could get into that. We go talk about my aunts. This is how my aunts acting. The two that's left on the planet, this is how they acting. But I know it is not because they're coming from a healthy space. It's because they have their own unresolved trauma, their own um things that they've never dealt with. You know, like they've been programmed like that's the only way. Infinite, infinite possibilities. That's not even a term that they even probably are aware of. They might have seen the infinity sign. They probably know what the number 8 looks like. And that's the extent of their knowledge about infinity, infinite. And so, can I hold it against them that they don't know no better? They don't know no better. I love them. They don't speak to me. It's okay. I'm still flourishing. I could show them better than I could tell them. That obviously is not the only way. Obviously, I wouldn't be so successful if the way you're living life was the only way. That's not the way. The only way. That's a way, maybe, but it's not the only way. And so, yeah, I didn't have those models. I had to see and witness healthy relationships outside of my family, outside of close and personal interactions. I had to learn these things literally the hard way, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning, but I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. I have really good friendships that are healthy, that are not one-sided, not me just being loyal to a fucking fault, putting more in than receiving back. It's like, no, it's this is a healthy relationship. We're both contributing to it intentionally, healthy, from healthy spaces, respecting boundaries, respecting each other, acknowledging each like, oh, it's beautiful. I love it over here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I guess that means I'm ready to take it, up a notch. I guess that means I'm ready to take it up a motherfucking notch. I don't, know exactly again the particulars, but okay, I'm ready to take it up a motherfucking notch. Take it up a motherfucking notch. Let's see. Let's see. Let's motherfucking see. Let's motherfucking see. Let's see. Let's see this shit. Let's see this shit. Cause I know, ever, somebody sit down to interview my behind, they'd be like, how did you get to this point? How did you get all those challenges? You had so many challenges. I'm gonna be like, it's the God in me. I'm gonna be like, it's divinity. I have no clue. Like I would be doing one thing, focused on one thing, and God, divinity, divine, Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call this force of nature and beyond nature, would just be like, bloop. And I would just surrender and be like, okay, I ain't about to fight the divine. Why would I want to fight the divine? Like, God is my friend, divinity is my friend. I'm not fighting divinity. No, 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 no. Me and the divine. And I would just that would be my answer. Like, listen, divinity is within us and it's all around us. And we don't really know all of the ways of the divine. We know some of the ways, but we don't know all of the ways. And even Yeshua ben Yosef, or what you people want to call Jesus the Christ, even he said, these were his words that they did keep. You shall do the things that I have done and greater things. So I'm here doing the greater things. And obviously, my life in of itself is an exemplification of the greater things. Yeah, first of all, Yeshua ben Yosef had the advantage of being a man in a male dominated society. Yeah, he had that advantage. Now, he had other disadvantages against him. He was poor, he was black, they had these other folks that was, Rome was coming at the black folks or whatever, whatnot, whatever. He had those other disadvantages, yes, but he did have the advantage of being a male in a male dominant society. He had that advantage. But he still got with good old Mary Magdalene. And even though they try to discredit her and lower her, we know who she is. We know the truth. Like those who know the truth. We know that was his ace boon. We know. She knew more shit than the motherfucking disciples knew. Come on now. Let's be real. Let's tell the real story. Let's stop telling this fictitious shit where you try to put the woman down. Come on. Everybody. The women need to be in their rightful place. The men need to be in their rightful place. Everybody need to be in their rightful places in life. This whole manipulative, we gonna push people down. We gonna whoever the hell we is, we gonna put people where the fuck we want them to be. Nah, niggas, that shit ain't working. It ain't working no more. It ain't working. You're not God. You're not divinity. I don't care how much sacred knowledge you have. You only got to a certain amount. Because if you're being manipulative and you're being controlling, that's proof that you don't have uh, a whole lot of that type of knowledge. You just got a little bit. And you ain't gonna get no more acting like that. You can still have, you think it's all about having material stuff. The material stuff, whatever. It's a tool. Just like money, it's a tool. Whatever. I'm not talking against it. I like material shit too. I do. But I'm not going to control another motherfucker to get it or keep it. I don't have to. I don't have to. There's enough. Like, are you paying attention? Like, do you go out and just look and just take some time and see? There's no shortages. There's abundance everywhere. Wherever there's a shortage, it's because somebody's being controlling and manipulative. It's not because it's not enough. We got enough food. We got enough water. There's enough houses. There's enough cars. There is enough. They print and they make money. So, what's going on? This scarcity shit? Throw it out. I don't even know why that terminology is inside of business or inside of life. Throw it away. Nothing is scarce. We got the technology that even if a motherfucker is on a motherfucking island in the middle of no fucking where with one fucking fruit tree on the bitch, a motherfucker could fucking in a boat, in a plane or a helicopter, some means get a motherfucking goat to that bitch or get the motherfucker off that bitch. Either way, the point is we have advanced so much in society that it makes no sense. And I have to speak on this subject because um, I just have to release and put my 2 cents into it, especially since it came to my attention. That 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 foolery, that fuckery, that disgrace that's been televised over there from Nigeria, disgusting, unacceptable, unacceptable. And I've seen both sides speak. I've seen more people talk about the disgust. I've even seen people talk about how ashamed they are. And then I see a few people come up there and say, "Oh no, 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 no. This is not what it was. This is not we ain't talk about what it was. It used to be the women and they used to be playful and they used to do and they we ain't talk about playful, we not talk about used to. We talk about what's been happening. Because the shit that we seen happen in 2026, this was not the first fucking time. And we know it's not the first. We know it's not the first time over here. You want to know why we know it's not the first time over here in America? Because when you men, and I'm gonna say you men, when you Nigerian men come up over here, you feel entitled. You feel because you got some money in your pocket and whatever, you feel entitled. You feel you can approach any fucking woman. and get what the fuck you want. And when you can't, you confused and you don't know what the hell is going on. And why? Because what has been programmed in your fucking minds and brains is that you have entitlement to women. And that I've seen displayed in that Ozuku or Oruku, whatever the fuck festival, where we are forcing yourself onto women and even forcing yourself onto men. But what's going on? No, fix that. You should have been fixed it, but now you're forced to deal with it. Look in the mirror, acknowledge that there needs to be some fixing, and fix that shit. Nobody's entitled to nobody. You're entitled to your own body. That's it. That's it. In order to engage in sex, two consensual adults, consensual, consensual adults. Simple. I don't see where's the disconnect. Where y'all don't feel that any culture. I'm bringing that up because that's what we just witnessed. They're not the only ones. They're not the only men who feel that they're entitled to women's bodies. They're not. They're not the only culture that promotes that. They're not. That needs to be eliminated everywhere on the globe. There's no entitlements to another person's body. It's just not. Just throw it away. Just throw that away. Throw that away and watch there be so many positive changes. Just throw it away. I mean, I don't that's a mental illness where you want to forcefully how insecure you got to be within yourself. Your dick is already to your fucking knees. So it's not like you're insecure because you got little dicks. Your dicks is to your knees. What are you so insecure about? When you have to force yourself into somebody else's body and act like it's cool. Ah, yeah, hee hee ha ha, the boy, yeah, the boy, hee hee ha. Niggas. Niggas. Take these calls. It says, who in this bag? You going too far. I don't know if y'all heard that conversation. I don't know if y'all heard that conversation. I think when that phone rang, um, it stopped. It stopped the live. I don't know. Um, but yeah, like do business correctly. These salespeople, this is a lot of stuff that needs revising. Okay, salespeople be calling people. They wanna you call it on a business call. You wanna be talking to a person on a first name basis. Hey, we ain't cool. You call it. This is a professional call, and you gonna call me acting like you my buddy. Get up out of here. Get going. Get to getting. Take me out of your database. I'm gonna deal directly with these people. I just I got my patience. I got a lot of it, but I don't got it for the nonsense. I got it for the good. Now for the good, baby. For the good, I got lots of patience for the good, baby. But I got no patience or tolerance for the nonsense. Just eliminate it. Just stop it. You don't have to continue. You can make a choice. Just stop. I don't even care if you have engaged. If whoever listens to this whoever. I'm not judging. I am acknowledging and correcting. Correct your behaviors. I see the king talking. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Correct the behaviors. Stop it. Like, come on. Just don't do it. Don't do nothing that you don't think other motherfuckers gonna see that you wouldn't mind the motherfucker seeing. I don't care what it is. Like, just don't do it. You know right from wrong. And if you don't know right from wrong, learn it. No way there should be festivals and women are being attacked and sexually assaulted, or anyone. Men shouldn't be attacked or sexually assaulted neither. Motherfuckers just shouldn't assault people, period. 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 Only type of assault that is justifiable is self motherfucking defense. But guess what? If a motherfucker is not assaulting a motherfucker in the first place, there is not even a reason for that. So therefore, let's get it together. We're supposed to be evolving. We're supposed to be going forward. We're supposed to be exemplifying better behaviors, humanity. So let's do that. Let's control ourselves. Let's love ourselves. Let's love each other and not try to control each other and just work together. Again, there's enough resources. Okay, I gotta go. People calling me. I got to get up off of here. But these are my confessions. If you have listened all this time, you either found value in what I'm saying or you love me. Either way, read what's going on in the descriptions. And yeah, circulate the good, okay? So that the good continue to evolve. Thank you for tuning into the SupaTea Podcast Show. You know, there's going to be random broadcasts such as such, and because I am still developing a team, and I am the one that is doing all of the broadcasting and logistics here, I'm just allowing my spirit, to guide me. And when it's like, speak, I speak. And when it's like, okay, enough. Enough. I'll be back though. Thank you for tuning in. Take care. Be well.